An eventful week on First Take. A couple things I just want to say first. Number one, I've rewatched particularly the clip from Tuesday. Don't regret what I said. It's truthful to me. I do regret the delivery. I think sometimes when you get in certain environments, you can get emotional, and I regret that. Number two, the thing I said yesterday about, Kevin Durant, it's not his job to educate fans. Do fans want to be educated? That wasn't a complaint. It wasn't a complaint, Tommy. I've said this a million times, like the NBA is entertainment.
Yeah.
The ecosystems around the NBA are entertainment. And really there's primarily two ecosystems when it comes to everything outside of a game broadcast. There's the entertainment side. Who is the GOAT? The stuff we do on First Take. There's a bunch of fans that like that. There's a reason that Stephen A's show has been so successful, has been the number one show on ESPN for over a decade. Fans love it, and I get it. And I've said this, 90 times to this point. It's a privilege and an honor to be on that show. No issue with that. Then there's another ecosystem where I think fans do want to be educated. And I brought up the Point Zion episode. It wasn't me pitching the thing. It was just using an example. There's so many people in NBA media that do a fantastic job of trying to explain the game and trying to educate the game. It's the reason that we wanted Nekias Duncan and Steve Jones to work with us at 342.
We highlight this.
Yeah. This Caitlin Cooper, Ben Taylor from Thinking Basketball. Like if you're a Miami Heat fan and you're not following Brady Hawk and his play breakdowns, you need to be following Brady Hawk. Across the board.
This is the beauty of the internet is you get the barrier to entry now is so much easier to get through. It's like if your stuff is good, people are going to find you.
Yeah. And I think sometimes when things get clipped out, like I know the Doc thing came across as personal. Of course it was personal because I played for him for 4 years. It's not like it got clipped out. It didn't show the sound bites from earlier, which hadn't been addressed, and I wanted to address them. That's all. In the case of yesterday, the clip with it's not the player's job to educate, that was in response to something that Stephen A said. I will say this in regards to that. I don't think it is the player's job to educate fans. It's our job. It's something I take responsibility for. It's something I take very seriously. And there's a number of people that want to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Last thing I wanted to say, which I've been talking to one of my friends about this. Last thing I want to say that I always have found interesting in the 2.5 years that I've worked in media. And this is not unique to me. I'm not by any means acting like a victim here. I choose to do this. I enjoy doing this. This is not me saying, "Oh, I'm a victim because people come after me."
You are very precise in what you choose to do on an hourly basis. You would not spend the amount of time it takes to go down to the seaport to tape if you didn't. Well, you're not a hostage.
Yeah. So, but what I find interesting across the board in the discourse around things that are said through any media channel is that when someone says something that incites a reaction, very rarely do people actually address the substance of what was said. Oftentimes, they attack the individual or question the motivation or agenda behind what was said. And if you noticed on Tuesday, no one ever actually addressed the substance of what I said. They came after me.
Yep.
Again, not unique to me. I just find it very interesting.
Yep.
It's like, there's been other times at this and it's like, well, you never won a championship. Well, no shit, dude. I fucking lived it. I know. I've talked about this. Like, I know my shortcomings. I know my failures as a player.
Yeah.
Like Pat Bev the other day, it's like, dude, if you want to say I sucked at shooting a basketball for games 5, 6, and 7 of the Houston Rockets series, by all means. Could not consistently make a shot for 3 straight games. I didn't get torched by Harden that series.
No.
So come with facts.
You pointed this out. You pointed this out. I mean, I don't think we're not
going to belabor this on the podcast. I just wanted to point out, I do find it interesting that this happens to people all the time. Whether it's a take or a comment or sometimes something very insightful, and people get all riled up about it. They don't have actually ever address the substance of what was said. They question the motivation or they attack the individual. It's an interesting phenomenon.
And I think it's important. And you said this was the first thing you said, which you stand by your comments. It's like as long as you are happy with what you said, which you are, everything else is noise. I mean, this is what social media is. It's quote tweets and it's blasting and it's takes. And at the end of the day, it's also like, and we talk about this in the office. It's like there are no games. Yeah. You know, the games start tonight. When the game starts, like, let's get back to basketball.
Yeah, 100%.